Hello students, welcome to science class. Now as I told you, in a very short while you will be having your assessment. So for that, as you know how you will write answers for in assessment. So first of all, always you write in exam paper, first you will write date of your particular exam, then your subject, for which subject you are writing assessment, that subject you will mention. After that, first date, that subject. After that, no need to write questions, understood, but you have to write question number properly. For example, question 1, answer the following question. That one you will write like that, question number 1, answer the following question. Then if you are writing question number 1, so you will write number 1. After that, no need to write question, directly you will write answer. Then number 2, and after that answer for second question. Like that you will write exam. Okay, now shall we start the recap of lesson number 3. So chapter 3, fiber to fabric. So student, as you go out to buy some clothes or fabric, so you can see that many types of now clothes or fabric available in the market. Some cotton, synthetic material, cotton material, many types of are there. Now when you visit to the clothes shop, so you will notice that various fabrics in your surroundings. You find some bed sheets, blanket, curtains, tablecloths, towel, dusters, and many more different kinds of fabrics. Even your school bag, gunny bags, these all are made up of one kind of fabric only. So first of all, select a piece of fabric. Now you try to find a loose thread or yarn at of the edges and pull it out. So sometimes no loose yarns are visible, so you can gently pull one out with the pin and or sometimes with needle. So you find fabric is made up of yarn arranged together. Now yarn means thread. So after that, if you know what are these yarns made of, so now press one end of the yarn with your thumb, or scratch the other end of the yarn along its length with your nails. So you find that the yarn split into thin strands. So you might have observed something similar when you try to thread a needle. Many times the end of the needle is separated into a few thin strands. This makes it difficult to pass the thread through the eye of the needle. So these thin strands of the thread that we see are made up of still thinner strands called fibers. Now fabric are made up of yarns, and the yarns are further made up of fibers. So the fibers of some fabrics such as cotton, jute, silk and wool are obtained from plants and animals. So these are called natural fibers. It means cotton and jute are example of fibers obtained from plants, and wool and silk fiber are obtained from animals. Wool is obtained from the flesh of sheep or sometimes goat, and it is also obtained from the hair of rabbits, yak, camel. Silk fiber is drawn from the silk cocoon of silkworm. So some are made up from chemical substances which are not obtained from plants or animal sources. So these are called synthetic fibers. And some examples of synthetic fiber are polyester, nylon and acrylic. Now again some plant fibers. So you know that plant fibers are cotton and jute. So take some cotton wool, pull it apart and look at its edges. So you will observe that the small thin strands are made up of cotton fibers. So now again you will think that where does this cotton wool come from? So it is grown in the field, and normally that cotton plants are grown at the places having black soil and warm climate. And the fruit of the cotton plant, it means that cotton ball, are about the size of lemon, and after maturing the balls burst open and the seeds covered with cotton fiber can be seen. Now it looks like a field covered with snow, white snow, and from these balls cotton is usually picked by hands and fibers are then separated from the seeds by combing, and this process is called ginning of cotton. And traditionally when we see that ginning was done by the hand, but nowadays machines are also available. Now second is jute. So jute is obtained from, you know, that stem of jute plant, and normally it is cultivated during the rainy season. Now, and the jute plant is normally harvested when it is the flowering stage. So the stem of the harvested plant are immersed in water for a few days, and the stem are wrought and fibers are separated by hand. This makes fabrics, and all these fibers are first converted into yarn and then in fabrics. After that, spinning of cotton yarn. So first what you have to do, hold some cotton wool in one hand, pinch some cotton between the thumb and forefinger of the other hand. Now gently start pulling out the cotton. When you continuously twisting the fibers, you are able to make yarn, and this process is making yarn from fiber is called spinning. So it means in this process fibers from mass of cotton wool are drawn out and twisted. This brings the fibers together to form a yarn. Simple device used for spinning is a hand spindle. It is called takli, and another hand operated device also used for spinning is charkha, popularized by Mahatma Gandhi as part of the independence movement, if you know. So spinning of yarn on a large scale is done with the help of spinning machines nowadays, and after spinning, yarns are used for making fabrics. Now yarn to fabric. So there are many ways by which fabrics are made from yarns, and two main processes are weaving and knitting. First process is weaving. So the process of arranging two sets of yarns together to make a fabric is called weaving. The process of arranging two sets of yarn together to make a fabric is called weaving. So two sets of yarn are woven to make a fabric, and the yarn are much thinner than our paper strips. Of course, weaving of fabric is done on looms, and the looms are either hand operated or power operated. Second is knitting. So a single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric in knitting. After that, history of clothing material. So have you ever wondered that materials people use in ancient time for clothes? It appears that in those time people use the bark and big leaves of trees or animal skins and furs to cover themselves. After people began to settle in agricultural communities, they learned to weave twigs and grass into mats and baskets. Vines, animal flesh or hair were twisted together into long strands, and these were woven into fabrics. After that, the early Indians also wore fabrics made out of cotton and grew in the region near the river Ganga. Then flax is also plant that gives natural fiber, and you see in ancient Egypt cotton as well as flax were cultivated near the river Nile, and they were used for making fabrics. But in those days stitching was not known, so people simply draped on the fabrics around different parts of their body, and many different ways of draping fabrics were used. After that, with the invention of the sewing machines, people started stitching fabrics to make cloth. Stitched cloth have gone through many variations since this invention, but it is not amazing that even today that sari, dhoti, lungi or turban you can say is used as still unstitched piece of fabric. So just as there is a large variety in the food eaten all over our country, a large variety exists also in fabrics and clothing items. So let's start exercise. Question number 1 is classify the following fibers as natural or synthetic. Here some name of the fibers are given: nylon, wool, cotton, silk, polyester, jute. So you have to classify these all fibers as natural or synthetic. First, natural fibers: wool, cotton, silk, jute, and synthetic fibers are nylon and polyester. Second question is state whether the following statements are true or false. First, yarn is made from fiber. Yes, that is true. Second, spinning is a process of making fiber. False. 3. Jute is the outer covering of coconut. That is also false. D. The process of removing seed from cotton is called ginning. That is true. Then E. Weaving of yarn makes a piece of fabric. That is true. Silk fiber is obtained from the stem of a plant. False. And polyester is a natural fiber. That is also false. Now fill in the blanks. Plant fiber are obtained from dash and dash. So plant fibers are obtained from cotton and jute, and animals fiber are dash and dash, silk and wool. Question number 4. From which parts of the plant cotton and jute are obtained? So cotton are obtained from the fruit of cotton plant, and jute is obtained from the stem of jute plant. Question number 5. Name 2 items that are made from coconut fiber. So you can write ropes, mats. 6. Explain the process of making yarn from fiber. So the process by which yarn is obtained from fiber is known as spinning, and in this process fibers from a mass of cotton wool are drawn out and twisted, which brings the fibers together to form a yarn. So student, here we completed that question, chapter number 3, fiber to fabric. Now hopefully tomorrow I will explain next lesson, lesson number 13, fun with magnet. Till then, go through the video for better understanding. Thank you. We'll meet soon with the next video. Thank you.